Hey, and welcome, good people out there. We are coming at you with a best ball draft today, and we are from the Bay to LA. This is how we do it here at GAB Sports. So I'm on the move this week, and so we are in Southern California, sunny Southern California, and we have a special treat for you today. Joining us in our best ball draft and with some analysis and a review, an overview of the fantasy landscape, we have our guy, Nice and Blunt, one of the most popular guys out here in this space. And we are excited to bring him on into the Young Moolah Express, GAB Sports today for Fiesta Fridays. And yeah, this is how we do it on Fiesta Fridays, man. We're looking to open things up, bring on some guests, and we are here to have a ball, right? And another special treat, this one is pretty much for myself, but I will just go ahead and give you a little glimpse. We found some goodies today, right? We found some goodies. Yeah, look at this good old egg roll. It looks like an egg roll, right? But wait till we go ahead and cut it open. This is what we do on Fiesta Fridays. We're bringing food, drink, a fabulous experience. Look as we bust that open. Look at all that goodness. What is that you say? That is candied yams, collard greens, mac and cheese, and a little bit of oxtail. Can you just say yum? And so when we think of Fiesta Fridays, we think of good food. We think of good drink, nice, refreshing drinks. And so we brought along a little calypso as well. And we just want to have a ball. So come on in, kick your feet down, kick your feet up. And let's go ahead and get down. And so we're going to go ahead and come back after this intro. We will begin the show. All right. See you in 1 minute.
I read the board like maps. 3 moves ahead, no cap. You draft on vibes and dreams. I built my league from scratch. My bench got hidden gems. Your roster full of names. I spot the league before it shows, then pour salt on the game. I trade like a casino, flip risk in the gold. You chase last week's fireworks, I chase the box score code. I know the soft matchups, line up who fades in the rain. I turn a sleepy Sunday into a money train. Check the line, I'm locked in. Every we got teeth. You bring a hot take, I bring season long receipts. I got the crown, I got the crown. Draft day, I run this town. Stack my wins, cash my clout. Say my name when lights go out.
It's your boy, Young Moolah, man. All right. I had to take a tasty bite of that treat, man. Oh, yeah. It was the bomb. And so, yeah, we get it from this little spot here. It's inside of a liquor store, actually. This little soul food spot. And it is, man, so tasty. So every time I come down here, I got to try some different stuff. And so we want to go ahead and introduce our guy. But before we do that, we want to let you know we are gentle and blissful, gifted and beautiful, generous and benevolent, and most appreciative. We are grateful and blessed. And we are grateful to have our guy joining us here today. Our guy, Nice and Blunt. Let me go ahead and bring him to the stage. Hey, what's going on, Nice and Blunt? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Young Moolah. Honestly, you made me hungry. I did not expect the.
Yeah, I didn't want to be eating on camera and stuff, but I just had to show it off a little bit.
When you said it was an egg roll, I was like, that doesn't look like an egg roll to me. At first, I thought maybe you got like a nice little pan dulce or something from like a local panaderia around here. But I was like, it might be an empanada. I'm not sure. But once you bust that open, I was like, shit, okay, that's like a full like Thanksgiving meal in a little hot pocket. That looks fucking good.
Yeah, they call it a soul roll.
Okay.
So it's just and after this, I'm gonna feel so guilty. I'm gonna have to go probably do about 100 jumping jacks and some push-ups and some sit-ups and but while you're enjoying it, you gotta just enjoy it, but you're gonna feel a little guilty after you eat it.
Hell yeah.
So
enjoy the
so
treat.
one of the things, I guess, we want to just say what's going on with you. I want to say again, congratulations on the 10K subscriber goal. I mean, that's just amazing, man.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, so it's one of the things in this space you can kind of look around and see how everybody's doing and all that. And a guy like me, I'm just starting. I look at like 10K. How am I going to get there? And then you just try to find your niche, find your way. And so we're trying to expand some things. And I know you've been doing this for a while. So what are, like, for new streamers, can you give us a few points that you might give to guys who are just thinking about coming into this?
Getting the reps in, just having more consistent experience, just being more comfortable has helped me a lot. But I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, man, the majority of my subscribers are not from like the streaming world. I'm sure the first time people most of the time have seen me or subscribe to the channel is when I'm making season long advice videos for how to set your lineup and, move about the waiver wire, rank players, and avoid injuries, as well as making picks on games through the regular season. So just putting out as much like content as you can when like the appetite is most excited for it, right, I think is the main advice I can give anyone that's starting out and wanting to expand their their base of content creation. It's just trying different things and just keeping at it. And whether you're great at it day one, that's really shouldn't be your focus. It should just really kind of just be getting all the experience. And like, as you rack up video after video, then evaluate and be like, all right, well, maybe I didn't like this about that. Maybe I like this about this other one. Let's, reshape and edit my strategy for this next video. And every week, just trying to get better. And the reps take care of itself, man. At this point, I don't know. I'm not keeping track, but that 10,000 hour rule,
right?
I'm guessing I'm getting close to that or something. I've gotten the reps in. It's been several years in the making.
Hey, that's great advice, man. Yeah. So, but switching topics back to best ball in general, but great insight there. So during this dead period here, give me some of your insights on what do you think is critical right here, but leading up to training camps. Because a lot of people are kind of fearful of drafting right now. What's your take on that? I
think the main advantage to drafting early, which at this point maybe isn't the earliest, May was absolutely, you could say it was much earlier, a month ago. Mm-hmm. If you can predict the players that are going to move up and get them at a cheaper value, that's kind of the only advantage you have. That's kind of the only way that you can separate yourself in terms of like, this team I've drafted in June is going to be more valuable than your team that you drafted in August, because even though you have the more accurate information, I just saw it coming sooner and I paid a much cheaper price. And therefore I have Stephon Diggs with Matthew Golden, and you only have Matthew Golden with, Travis Hunter's still there or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's kind of the main thing to do. But then I also don't want to overload my bags in that category either. There's still like a level of like what I'm comfortable with. And once I hit that, as long as I'm keeping track, it's like, okay, I can maybe cool it on drafting this player because the news is not happening fast enough. And the adjustments I need to make are maybe just keeping an eye on the market. I do check like the ADP risers and fallers like every week just to like make sure I'm not like, oh, look at that. I wouldn't have expected this name to be moving up 6 spots, but look at that. Maybe I should get in before it goes crazy. Or, the other direction. Oh, this guy's actually falling more than I would have expected. Maybe I'll try and push him in my next draft.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I agree 100% with that. And one of the things that I looked into that kind of keeps me really on the grind at this point is that I want to pull this up. Let me see if we can get this to the stage. I don't know if we can see this totally, but can you see this graphic here?
Yeah.
So it's BBM 4, 5, and 6 basically across the top. And so these are the winners of the last 3 BBMs, right? And so we got the dates. You can see 2 of them are here in this dead period, right? Before training camp, where news is uncertain, a lot of uncertainty as far as these key position battles, who might be winning and things like that. So I agree totally with your predictions about you got to be able to predict what might change in the coming month or so and get ahead of the field on these kinds of things. And so one thing that also was kind of interesting about this is that this is the order of the draft picks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the first 6 picks. And the wide receiver was taken first in the first round on each of the last 3 BBM winners. And we know this is not something that's going to be gospel, right? Because it's a six data samples, right? It's only been 6 BBMs, but through the just as a point, it is showing that a wide receiver going in the first round is not an end all be all a death blow to your rosters, as people are kind of making it seem like you got to have a running back first round no matter what this year, right? And this shows that not necessarily. You can still build some strong teams taking a wide receiver in the first round.
Yeah, this is an interesting graph to take a look at, especially the bottom row. I also find it interesting. The last 2, I wouldn't have expected this. A tight end was taken in the top 6 picks on both of the last 2 teams. I would not have expected that.
Yeah, because that would be something that you wouldn't just think was intuitive, that a tight end. It was like 6th round. Who were those, you think, last year? 5th round tight end.
5th round 2 years ago. Boy.
No, this was last year. This was last year's.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm looking at 6th round 2 years ago, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay, last year.
Because that was Sam Sherman's team. Who was
Got to be Trey McBride. Got to be Trey McBride if I had to guess.
Last year? No. Last year, Trey McBride was early round. Right? He was an early round tight end.
I thought he was going like a 4 or 5 turn. In June.
It's Sam Sherman's team. So if whatever, you remember his team?
I don't keep track of that off of memory. Yeah. So
I think he had Kittle. I'm not sure, but did he have Kittle?
Kittle was not active in week 17. So if that's Kittle, which might track. I remember Kittle moved up the board rapidly. I had Kittle on some fantasy teams. He went down early, so the depth was pretty critical. I'm pretty sure week 17 Kittle was out. Tonjes was the guy you needed.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Okay, let's go ahead and catch up on chat, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into a draft.
Sounds good.
And we'll go ahead and continue the discussion as we're drafting, but let's go ahead and check in with the chat, see how everybody's doing. We got our guy, Scott Jung, saying good evening. Welcome aboard, buddy.
What's up, Scott?
We got Kelly Lapidus, Southern food with a spin. Yeah, it is true. You made like an egg roll with soul food in it. Yeah. And we got Dark Side Dev, Oxtails with the thumbs up. Yeah, nothing like a good oxtail, man. We got our guy, Bukowski. Let's get it, fellas. We will. We are ready to get it. Our guy, Steve-O, checking in from FanSpeaks.
What's up, Steve? How's it going?
What's up, Steve? And we got First Down Fantasy. Not positive, though. I don't know what that is referring to, but
his first message, maybe you don't see it. It says, I think Sherman had Kittle and Pitts. And the more I think about it, okay. Kittle in round 5 in June of last year definitely makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. But, so I think it's Kittle then or Pitts, because Pitts had dropped last year, right?
You totally had to have Pitts just to make the final. Like to advance out of week 15 was kind of automatic if you had Pitts.
But where did he get drafted though? But didn't he drop? Hadn't he had dropped last year already?
Yeah, he would have gone much later. He'd have been the tight end too.
So that tight end must have been the Kittle pick then, as what I'm suspecting.
Yeah.
And then so that's just how it goes. Sometimes your early picks aren't gonna always hit, and your later picks can make up for that. Because Pitts definitely was a guy to have week 15. A lot of people were crying they didn't have Pitts, because Pitts, he sucks and all this type of stuff. But he was the one you needed. So
yeah.
All right, so
not very often. That's for sure.
So we're gonna go ahead and jump in a poodle, because it's starting to feel pretty quick here now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. If you want to max it, you gotta get them done.
All right, let me see how many you got right now.
I think I have 8 left. I think I'm keeping pace for the most part.
Oh, okay. So you think that you're gonna max this one?
The poodle, that's the plan. Yeah. The poodle I can definitely afford to max. It's only $7 for 20 max. Yeah. I don't see the point in not maxing, given the advanced structure is pretty sweet.
Right. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm looking at too. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this poodle right here, right now, and we're gonna go ahead and give you a countdown. All right, so we're gonna jump in the poodle in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are entering the poodle right now. So we got, seems like it's 6 to go.
All right.
Hopefully you can all get in. Who wants to get in? Yeah, I've been looking at some things that I believe might change here. And I think there's one thing that's really pressing to me. And it is, I think a guy like a Jonathan Brooks is going to overtake Chuba Hubbard, and they're going to flip-flop. That's probably my biggest prediction that maybe a lot of people can't see happening right now. I just think that once training camp starts, I'm predicting that it'll become evident he's just better than Chuba, and they're going to be like, we got to get this guy on the field. And so he's already – I was in the draft earlier today. This guy went 88. I'm like, man, I remember back in he was like 180 in pre-drafts, and then he started about 125 here, and now he's like,
I'm
going
pretty
right around
glad I've been
100.
chasing him up the board.
So you have been?
Yeah, I've kind of stopped lately. It's starting to get a little expensive. Not that I don't think he's probably worth more than Chuba at the end of the day, but like he still has that much injury risk where I don't think he should like go where Chuba is going right now, but I think Chuba needs to fall and meet him at like the middle, late 8th round. I think they should both be like mid 8th round picks. And Chuba should probably be like 1 or 2 spots behind him.
Yeah, and that's I can just see that that's probably going to happen at some point where they're just going to just flip-flop, or Brooks is going ahead of him. And so I've packed some bags already, and I don't want to chase them too high per se, but during this little dead period, hopefully I can still get him at his current ADP. And we'll see. I think we're at the 6th hole. So you got a plan for this 6th hole? I'm going to let you steer the ship here.
Okay, we can do that.
As we are drafting here at GAB Sports, we're drafting a poodle with our special guest, Nice and Blunt. And at the 6th hole, you got any interest in pulling people up here? Or?
I've been usually doing that, but I think today, I kind of just want to keep it normal. Let's go with Jonathan Taylor. Let's go with Taylor.
I have no problems getting a stud running back right here in the middle of the draft. Yeah, a lot of people are thinking that, well, not a lot, at least. I've heard some thoughts of Taylor having some sort of fatigue and, a lot of the usage the last few years. So they think, predicting this injury stuff. I never go with that thought. If a guy is young still, you can't just be thinking that a guy's just going to get hurt just because he's had a few years of good touches.
In terms of injury risk, I'm definitely not giving him the same as CMC, but it's kind of just like, do you trust Daniel Jones and Shane Steichen and the offense to just kind of keep it rolling? I'm a little bit worried, but they've signaled everything you kind of need to know to they're probably just sticking with Jonathan Taylor at a crazy number every week. Getting rid of Pittman feels like pretty obvious moves. And then the Alec Pierce situation, that's not ideal. They might bring in Keenan for some rumors lately. But I know for one thing, Taylor's getting a shit ton of touches. So I will say I'm not overweight on Taylor, but I don't want to never take him just because he goes at pick 6. And then who knows? We might not get a running back to come back in our next with our next pick. So let's just
locking up Taylor there is perfectly fine. And I think like you said, with Pierce kind of on the mend here, it wouldn't shock me to see them lean heavily on Taylor until this guy comes up to speed and he can come out the gates flying, right? Because sometimes these backs, they kind of start them off slow. They don't want to start them off with a heavy workload. They want to gradually increase. This could be just the opposite. With with the passing game kind of in flux here, with the receivers missing. We're on the clock. Who do you like here?
I think that worked out pretty well. Let's go AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. Okay. Yep. I like AJ Brown here, especially in these time box contests. I don't have too much of a problem taking him right in the middle of the second. And but what do you feel about if we were in the BBM? Would you be as okay taking AJ Brown here?
Only because some people took him in the third, maybe not as much, but I think there's a chance he delivers round one returns. Like I trust Drake May. He's one of the best prolific passers in the game. He did what he did last year, MVP candidate with Diggs and Kayshon Boutte and Pop Douglas. Like,
right.
You know, no one compares to AJ Brown. So like that's a pretty obvious just like slot in for 150 targets probably. AJ Brown was pretty ass last year, so I know he's got a chip on his shoulder. I was taking him a shit ton in pre-draft, and honestly, the only reason I've kind of stopped is because I don't like his Week 17 matchup. But like, you tell me we get to Week 17 in this contest, we already pocket $400. You know, like that's not too bad, and he could still also play pretty well. I still also could just build out a good enough roster where maybe I have somebody else filling in for him and it's all copacetic. So I think he helps you get there. I also love he gets the Jets Week 16. Like he's gonna dominate in Week 16. That's pretty much a lock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think AJ Brown is definitely a strong pick, even in BBM, because essentially your second and third round picks. Okay, say some people got him in third round, and then so we're exchanging a 1v1 with our third round pick versus their second round pick. And they're almost still all in the same bucket though, right? To where those guys, you know, there's no big difference in a third round AJ Brown versus a second round, say Drake London type.
I think we're on the clock. Let's go Travis. Unless you want Kyron.
Doesn't matter. Who do you like?
Go Travis.
All right, we got Travis Etienne. Yeah, I think I like him a little bit over Kyron. I'm still a little leery about Kyron's workload with Blake Corum coming. I think I got a ton of Blake Corum right now.
I'm not taking. I can't say I'm taking a ton of Blake Corum. I'll be honest. Neither of them are like huge my exposures. I like taking Kyron, but I prefer Travis. I like the contract he got. I like his schedule more. And then I heard this Hayden Winks and Josh Norris, the Underdog channel. I heard them talking about the Rams, and the offensive line has some major question marks right now. The left tackle might be going to jail or something. Like there's some weird vibes of the Rams offensive line at the moment. So I'm not that afraid of Kamara, and as much as I trust Kyron, I think he's going to be in more of a split backfield than Travis, and running back can be tough to come by with in terms of like the ceiling that Travis has. Travis might not be like weekly 20-point guy, but he can also drop 35 when you really need it. And I like his schedule a lot. He plays in like only dome games.
I think they probably have the best playoff schedule of anybody. They're right up there with as good a playoff schedule to the Saints. I mean, and it's all controlled environments, like you said. So, yeah, I think Travis Etienne is definitely one of those picks that don't be surprised if he advances some people in one of those 15, 16 type weeks, right? You know, he could be one of those kind of dudes.
I like the Saints offense quite a bit. So I have a lot of Travis bags with Taylor, with AJ Brown. You know, easy to like your team through 3 rounds. But,
right. So we're coming up on our 4th round pick. And so who do you think you're looking at here?
My question to you is, do you want to be really strong at running back on this team or kind of keep it balanced?
Oh, I'm okay. Any strategy. Any strategy. We can keep it. If there's a value like here at running back that you want to go with, I'm okay. If there's a receiver balancing it, any direction is fine with me.
Let's just take Scatterboo.
Okay. We had a third running back. I'm starting to get more. I was initially not really on the Scatterboo camp, but I've kind of just given a little resistance here. I've been listening to Meg a little bit, and she's probably the biggest Scatterboo truther out here, and she's kind of worn me down a little bit. So I've been adding some Scatterboo here lately, so I'm up to a pretty decent exposure on Scatterbo. Yeah, and
Meg
so
was
what
early on Scatterbo. She liked him last year, and she was right
yeah,
until he went down. Until he went
yeah,
down, she
yeah,
was right. So it's just a matter of like risk tolerance. He's our RB3, so we could
right.
manage a week or two if he misses. But like when he's on the field, he's relentless, man. It's just kind of like I just don't believe in Tyrone Tracy that much to
Definitely.
keep him off the field. It's just will he like keep himself off the field with some of his play style.
So with our fourth round pick in the books, I wanted to also get your insights on who is your top click in the fourth round, because there's a couple of rounds where I think it's really going to be critical whether you really hit these kind of picks in these critical rounds, and I think the fourth round might be one of those. What's your top click here in the fourth round? Like, who, if you just could say one dude I want to come out of the fourth round with, is there a guy number one?
I think it's becoming Scatterbo, to be honest with you. If there's one guy I'm willing to pull up, it's been him. The receivers, they're good, but some of them I don't think are that much better than the receivers I can get at pick 60, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not that convinced that it's a lock. Meanwhile, the drop off and like ceiling from Scatterbo to the fifth round running backs, I think is pretty big. Like maybe Quinshawn could get there, but he's not on a good enough team for me to believe it. So that's where I just think talent and like opportunity. I'll go Cam Scatterbo and figure it out at receiver later, because like Tootin's interesting. I'm not.
We're on the clock in the fifth. We're on the clock in the fifth.
Let's go DJ Moore.
And DJM. All right.
Yeah.
So you thinking DJ Moore could basically have one of his best seasons ever? Since
I don't know about
ever,
but I like all the circumstances. It's just going to come down to touchdowns, and it's definitely possible he hits in terms of touchdown numbers. That does pay off for a career high. You know, he's returning to the Joe Brady offense. That's where he started in Carolina. So
right, that's a key insight there that a lot of people
then he had like 4 straight years of 1,200 yards from scrimmage. Now some of that was like rushing yards, but like still he had like consistent 1,200 yard metrics. So if he gets
shitty quarterbacks,
yeah, exactly. Once he went to Chicago, he was the only guy. He crushed for touchdowns. He had his best career season. I think it was like 1,370 and 9 touchdowns. Maybe I think it was something close to that. I know he had 9 touchdowns that year, but like there's no one else in Buffalo to really pose a problem. They traded a second rounder. He also never gets hurt. He's played 5 straight years without missing a single game.
Yeah, so, and that's an underrated skill set, right? Availability, because a lot of people, you know, they get nicked up late in the season or something. This guy's clocking into work every day, you know, and so that's valuable.
We trade off waiting on a receiver to get loaded up at running back, and then our receiver 2 is in one of the best offenses in the league. Unquestioned number 1. So
I can say I don't have many builds like this. I can say I don't have many builds like this, so I'm appreciating you, brother. So we are going to split the pie if we go ahead and knock them out the park. Your cut will be sent in the mail.
I'm locking it in, man. I'm trying to deliver, trying to take home half of this 40K prize.
Yeah, man, let's do it, because I think we got a shot here with this kind of a build, right? You know, like you say, strong into backfield.
If we get Carnell Tate, I'm gonna be so ecstatic, man. But I doubt it.
No shot.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, but, we got no shot. This guy's taking them for sure. He's timing out. When they time out, that means top click. Right? Auto draft top click. Told you.
Yeah,
I knew it. It means auto draft top click when they time out.
Well, even if we don't get it, there's still some really good picks
here. Yeah, there's still some good picks. Let's see who we got.
I'll say I would love
to look at the receivers.
Now, I'll be honest. I'm going to take Drake May here with AJ Brown.
Okay, let's see what this guy does. You want Drake May?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because we got AJ Brown.
I would love to.
No interest in Tyson here, huh? And lock up the New Orleans.
I wouldn't mind taking Tyson just to know I can get Shuck later, but right now I don't want to risk missing out on Drake May. Let's get top 5 quarterback. Move on.
All right, we got Drake May with his number 1 target, and that's never a bad thing. Yeah, I was surprised to see this guy threw 31 touchdowns last year. I was like, what? Drake May with that receiving core?
I know it felt like more, to be honest with you. As someone that had him and Herbert on both of my redraft teams, it was like,
Yeah.
well, I'm starting one guy on one team, one guy on the other, and I'm gonna hit either way.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had him on. I thought you had him on the same team, because then you got a conundrum.
Well, both teams had the same two quarterbacks.
Oh, okay. And you just started on one of them and
started. I just said, okay, this one I want a little higher ceiling. This one I want a little safer floor, and we're investing in both players every single week.
See, that's the thing that has gotten me kind of a little bit, disillusioned with redraft. I don't want to have to make all these tough decisions. When you draft a great team, and all of a sudden now you got all these headaches. You got to say, who am I going to start? Because I got all these great players, and shit, I'm going to make a wrong decision.
I disagree, YUUNGMOOLAHH. This is the reason I play the game. This is what I want. This is what I want to do. I want to make the correct choice that you didn't expect.
I hate that.
I want my opponent to see my lineup and say, why the fuck did he bench Drake May this week? And I got Jared Goff on the bench popping off for 36 points and say, see ya? I told you. I fucking told you.
Invariably, you're going to make some mistakes too. When your team is loaded, I'm saying. Say you got 3 top receivers, you can only start 2 or whatever, 4, and you can only start 3. You're invariably still going to make some mistakes, right? Oh, here we are. We're on the clock here. Who you like here?
Let's take Tucker Kraft.
You pulling up Tucker?
Yeah.
All right. I don't mind that one. I normally don't pull up tight ends too much, but it's okay. I see the
Ramondre might have made some sense there, but if we took Ramondre, then we'd be filling out our backfield.
Yeah, we can wait on backs, I think, on this team. Yeah. So pulling them up here, Kraft. So you're not concerned about that injury, huh?
Nah.
I think one thing that gives me some solace here is that the way Christian Watson came back off that ACL and was just like, man, this guy's looked like he hasn't missed a beat, and it was like only like 8 months or something like that. And I was like, they must know something in that training room over there that's to where they can get these guys ready, because I was impressed how he came back, and that's giving me some hope that Kraft may do the same, right?
It's possible. I don't like to worry about injuries too much. He got hurt early in the season enough where I'm not like terrified of it, but it is relevant. Yo, what's up, Hartman? How we doing?
Yeah, what's up, Hartman? If you aren't subscribed to Hartman's channel, go ahead and subscribe to him, as well as Steve-O's Fantasy Fan Speak. Go ahead and sign up with those guys. Great streamers out there. But so you don't think Kraft is an injury risk like early in the season?
He's got some injury risk. Let's not sugarcoat it, but so does everyone. Everyone can go down, and I just believe in his role in the offense. I believe in his chemistry. I believe in his talent. And then they also didn't bring in anyone to threaten his job. Like, I don't believe in Musgrave, at this point. We're back on the clock.
We're on the clock, yeah.
Let's see receiver.
Receiver, we got ADP. We got Michael Wilson, Jacoby Myers. Nothing
Let's
too
go
talented.
Rico Dowdle. Let's take Rico Dowdle.
Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, our 4th back. So I think our backfield is pretty strong here, with a core of JT, Travis Etienne, Scatterbo, Rico Dowdle. Yeah, I like that backfield. I see a lot of touchdown equity here.
No issue there. And the receiver just wasn't a nice price. What are the quarterbacks looking like right now, though?
Quarterbacks, Purdy, Dart.
I got some ideas here. I got some ideas. I think we'll be okay, because it looks like this side of the board has a shit ton of receivers already taken. Like, the team in front of us already has 5.
Yeah, in the 3rd hall, they got 5. And going to the other side of the board, they'll probably be looking at some receivers, some of those dudes, receivers and running backs. So we're in a good spot to need the receivers, because I think we'll be able to get some in the next few rounds.
I'm hopeful. That's for sure. Oh, you got a high rank on Golden there.
Oh, you're not supposed to see my ranks, man.
you had it up, bro. You
I
had
know.
it. I was like, how the fuck? I got
I
a
know.
lot of golden myself. I take it quite a bit. I don't take him that high though.
Because I normally when I stream, I have just the grid up because I'm not trying to show my ranks now. But yeah, you got a little preview there. You got a preview of our guy, how high we are on Golden. But yeah, I got it to Golden. I think Green Bay is one of those teams that is going to steer a little bit way more away from the run as they have been in the past.
I would agree.
I don't think Jacobs has been that efficient lately. He gets the touchdowns, but he's only like right around 3.94 yards a carry. That's not as good as he used to get. So I think they're going to kind of lean a little bit more on Jordan Love this year. And the defense might not be as good either, right?
I like that what they're definitely showing us and telling us by their moves is that they're going to consolidate the target share. It's not going to be as spread out with all of these different weapons as it once was. It's going to be 2 receiver sets most of the time. And it sounds like Golden might actually be getting more reps alongside Watson. Okay. But looks like we got all the receivers to come back. I will take Michael Pittman.
Oh, man, I love Pittman. Yeah, I like Pittman right here.
He's
one of those dudes you never have to pull him up. You just get him right where he goes. And, yeah, I like Pittman this year. What do you think the chances that he outdoes DK?
I don't think he'll out-target him. I don't think he's going to get more targets, but I don't think it's going to be that close. It's not going to be that much different between the two. It'll be closer than people think. And I think Pittman will be much more consistent. And Metcalf is just going to have a few more like splash games with really high ceiling just because on occasion he's unguardable. But in general, he's just not as reliable. So Pittman, I think, could have the same like touchdowns on the year. Like they could both finish with like 9-10 touchdowns. I wouldn't be shocked. And I actually might be a little high, but I feel like yards wise, give me like 1,100 for Metcalf and then like 1,050 for like Pittman, honestly.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty close, even target wise, for these guys all year. Because there'll be some games where defenses are probably just backloading against DK, and they're gonna get a lot of underneath stuff. Because his time to throw has been a lot shorter now, right? And that's intentional from Rodgers, where he's getting rid of the ball quick, and I think that kind of favors Pittman. So I think the target share could be pretty equal. I won't be shocked if they're right neck and neck.
Yeah, their ADPs should be much closer together, but I don't think Metcalf is wrong where he goes. So I just think Pittman
he has that ceiling too, right?
Yeah, especially in best ball, it makes a little more sense. But coming back around, we need receivers.
Okay.
My question to you is though, if Golden gets taken, does Romeo Doubs become the instant pick with Drake May, or would you rather not overstack since we have AJ already?
I'm not super thrilled with the pick of Doubs, even in this build. Well, I wouldn't mind going with Wandale on the build like this.
Okay.
But actually, that point is moot.
Yeah.
We are not passing on this guy.
That was not passing
on this guy. Let's go ahead and get our guy, Matthew Golden.
I know how I feel about Golden. It sounds like you're higher than I am. So can you sell me on Golden a little bit?
Oh, it's all about the expectation from the franchise, right? I mean, they drafted the guy in the first round. First time they drafted a guy, a receiver in the first round since like 2000 and 20 years or something. I don't know, however long. And I was watching a lot of the Packers early last year because my son's a big Packers fan, and the connection between Love and Golden, they were just like so close to just making so many plays. It was just a little bit of timing or whatever was just off. And this guy, he would have started off the season fast, right? And you got to look at the psyche of young players. If I start off the season, first 2-3 games, and I'm just killing it, my confidence is just going to explode, right? And I'm going to get in a groove. But instead, they're missing on these little connections, and his numbers are starting to dwindle, and then, they kind of go away from them all of a sudden. And so they never really got going and being a part of the offense. And I think now that Dobbs is not there, Wicks is not there, they got a big role in store for this guy. And I think they're going to get him off fast this year, which will get him going. And I just like the talent. You know, he's not like an all-world talent kind of dude.
Let me see all the positions. I think we're on the clock right now.
Okay.
I mean, if he's going to make it back, I think we should just take Romeo Dobbs.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. We got the double.
Yeah.
Yep. Since we got them both, and we do need some more receivers, and we got the double stack. Yeah, so I think Golden is just in a prime position to – and they don't really have a target hog guy on the team, right? Because Watson is – I like Watson too, but he's not what you would call a target hog. He's not going to get like 28%, 30% target share or nothing.
No.
So there's a lot of available to this guy, Golden, and I think he's ready to seize the moment. So I'm just high on a young guy with that much talent in this kind of a projected role.
I like it, YUUNGMOOLAHH. I agree. And I look at the Packers as like a team that always plans with the long term in mind. Like the way they draft is very intentional and structured. And it's like they're never relying on someone immediately. Like look at Jordan Love. He sat for 3 years. Aaron Rodgers the same. Like they're comfortable letting it bake with the plan that this is going to like just be a long-term, you know, player. Like look at Devontae Adams' career, Jordy Nelson, you know, like they keep their receivers there for a long time. Donald Driver, example. Like for them
Devontae
to take
Adams, he started off,
bro. Like I'm not gonna write it off after 1 year when they've shown time and time again to be very patient. So maybe
guys like Jennings. Guys like Jennings came on, you know, year 2, 3. Jordy Nelson. These guys didn't just come in instantly lighting the world on fire. So I agree with that 100%. That they are intentional.
Adams' rookie season was dog shit.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, no one would have predicted what he.
Our guy Hartman says if anyone can become a target hog, it's Kraft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is my preferred way to play the Packers, honestly, with Kraft and Golden.
Yeah.
I think at cost they're a little more exciting to me.
Okay, we're on the clock now. Do we want to start looking at what we want to do with the second quarterback? Get at least a plan together.
Yeah.
How about we go Shaheed and then come back maybe with Darnold in the next round?
I prefer Cam Ward. Let's take Cam Ward.
Cam Ward and backstack him?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that. Yeah, because they have the same buy too, Shaheed and Darnold and Drake May. So maybe we didn't want to do that anyway.
I will be honest. I'm planning to take Rodgers later, but I don't like to just have Drake May, Aaron Rodgers. But
right.
I think if there's a pocket of like values right here, I think quarterback has some of the last names I'm like excited about, and our receiver room I think we addressed enough. Our running back room is great. So tight end is also has an elite option. So I think we're in a good spot. I want
go any direction here.
On this, I want.
Okay, there's a little topic I want to get back to. It we kind of skipped over because we kept getting on the clock. The other round I'd like to discuss is the 9th round.
Okay.
So if you look at the board here and you see a lot of the 9th round clicks, who are some of the, or maybe the one guy that you just feel like, hey, I got to come out of this 9th round with this guy, or
I'll take Kenny Gainwell at a high clip in round 9. I'm also taking Pittman a ton, and then if the quarterback fits, I'll take Jackson Dart in the 9th. I'll take Bo Nix in the 9th. I'll take Brock Purdy in the 9th. I prefer to take Kyler in the 10th.
Yeah,
but I'm not dying
Dart,
to take
9-12 Dart.
Yeah, that's a good price on Dart. Very nice.
If does he have neighbors too?
No, he does not.
Nope,
just took the fall.
Yeah.
I'll take Brooks, but that's kind of my cutoff point. I don't want to take Brooks in the 8th, but I'd rather take Kenny Gainwell at this moment in time.
I think I got a surprising pick for you of the 9th round, who I just am smashing in the 9th round. And we're on the clock here. Let's go ahead and make this pick.
Let's take Jalen McMillan.
J-Mac? Yeah, I like J-Mac. Adding some more depth to this receiver room. The guy in the 9th round, and it goes back to the point where we were talking about of guys who I think will be on the rise here shortly once training camp and all that starts, because I can see him being named the starter rather quickly here, is Rachaad White. I'm pulling him to fuck up hell of times right now in the 9th round. And it's mainly due to my roster constructions as well. I'll take him as my 3rd back on plenty of rosters, and then have a loaded receiver room. But I think this guy is due for a resurgence here. I'm into narratives, man. I like when dudes have narratives going for him. He's reunited with his guy, JD5, Jaden Daniels. They're longtime friends. And you got to know a guy, Jaden Daniels, is telling the coach that, yeah, man, we got to get this guy Rachaad White going, man. He's great on passing downs. He's in the ear of these coaches of the kind of plays that this guy can be successful at. So I think that this guy is going to be a big contributor for Washington this year.
The Commanders don't like to spend a lot of money on the running back position. Like, they're fine with rookies. They're fine with very cheap contracts. I think they're in a weird cap spot where that's what they're deciding to play it with. But Rachaad took a pay cut to go there. He wanted to play with JD5, the opportunity to excel. And, he's a 1-year deal. I'm sure he's going to show up in a contract season. But I will say, as much as I'm fading JCM, I'm not pulling up Rachaad that high because I'm just taking a shit ton of K-Tron right now. K-Tron is my guy. I like Rachaad, though. I think they both have very defined roles. And Rachaad is not going to go away, but I think the goal line role will be K-Tron's a little bit more consistently. That's my take. Rachaad is just going to stay there on pass protection and catch a lot of passes, but he's just not efficient enough of a runner for me to think that he will be like an 80% snap share guy.
I think he had a pretty efficient season last year, though. Actually, if you look at his numbers,
we're on the clock, bro. Let's take Rodgers. Let's just take him now. I don't want to fuck around.
Whoa, we're pulling Rodgers up this far.
Yeah, take him.
Oh man, I would never do this. We're
running out of time, and I know I want him on the team. There's a couple picks I want to make on this.
Rodgers?
For the sake of the build, I need you to trust me, okay?
I need you to trust me. You think the guy in the corner was going to snag him or something? Does anybody even have one?
There's 2 picks I want in this range in the next round. There's 2 picks I want in this next round that I don't believe will make it back to us in the 16th. Okay. And so I'm just trying to lock him up. Okay?
Lock those up. Yeah, I got it.
I don't want to run out of time.
It's a combinatorial pick here. You making them in combination.
At this stage, they're all $1 clicks, YUUNGMOOLAHH. So I just want specific names on the team, and I do not want to time out.
All right, let me see if you pass on my guy who I would always take here. Let me see if he.
I think my boy is still going to be there.
Oh, okay. My guy was gone. So
I don't want to jinx it. But
it was okay. We took Rodgers. My guy was gone.
It fit our team, man. We have
I got
Rico
it.
Dowdle and Pittman. We have Rico and Pittman.
Yeah.
And there's always backstacks. Like Libra took Jeremy Bernard. Someone can set up Freiermuth. I just want to get him on the team and not worry about it. But
okay, we're coming at 174 here.
Tank Bigsby all day. Tank Bigsby.
Tank
motherfucking
Big Bank Tank. All right, so we got Tank as our 5th running back. Yeah. So you're still on the Tank. I remember you was on Tank back in the pre-draft real heavy, and now you're still riding that train, huh?
People are still sleeping on him, man. He hasn't risen high enough, bro. Like, until he goes 150, I'm still following him all the way up there. And even then, I'm still probably going to scoop him up. I think he's the most valuable handcuff past, like, Blake Corum. Like, legitimately. Like, if he steps in because Saquon goes down, you don't want anybody else more than Tank Bigsby off the waiver wire.
I think as far as contingency value, he's right up there as a capable guy who we know can really do well. And he's going to be around one of the best offensive lines, a team that runs the ball. So, contingency-wise, if Saquon goes down, this guy's a potential league winner if you get that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he goes down, right? Yeah. So I do agree with that. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. We got our guy Bukowski. JCM is a tough click right now. Yeah, I still click some JCM. I think he still has some upside here, but I understand. Our guy Pepper Tony. What's up, Pepper Tony? Pepper Tony's one of the goats out here. Literally, he got a goat horns in his.
Let's take Gunnar Helm.
Gunnar Helm.
Let's do it.
Oh, to stack with our guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's the second tight end. Yep. Okay, yeah. I see that one.
We also get the bring back. Week 17, we got Steelers and Titans versus each other. So
nice
little bring back as well.
Good game stack. Because I think the Steelers defense is actually going to take a step back this year. I don't think they're as good as they have been in the past. They're getting a lot older. You know, their secondary, you know, not quite as good as it used to be. Pass rush. But they got the one guy, TJ Watt, getting a little older. The other guy is like old as dirt, Cam Hayward, right? The Hayward guy. I think their defense could offer up a few more like high-scoring games this year, letting opponents score some points.
There's also rumors that they could trade TJ Watt, and he has not been quite the same player the last year and a half or so. Like I remember 2 years ago, he like closed out the season, the last month, like his last 4 games, he didn't record a single sack or defensive stat, like pressure, tackle for loss. He went like 4 straight games 2 years ago without doing anything. So I think they could benefit from moving off of him. If someone wants to pay a lot, I think that could help them long term. But overall, their defense is not going to be the same without Tomlin. I think not having Tomlin is a huge deal. But I see Hartman saying Meg influence really got to Blunt. I've always been pro Rodgers this year. Me and Meg are just simpatico. We just agree because it's right. That's all that's going on.
We got the Blunt. Yeah, she got me with
let's see Whiteout. Let's see Whiteout, YUUNGMOOLAHH.
All right, let's see Whiteout. We got
give me Pat Bryant. Give me Pat Bryant.
PB.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he at? Okay.
Right there. Oh, get him in. There.
Okay.
That was tight.
Close.
That one was tight. I can't see the timer, so like I'm like,
yeah, it was 0. It was right on 0.
Okay.
We just got it in the nick of time.
We get to bring back the Broncos play the Patriots as well.
Yeah, Broncos Patriots, yeah. So Meg got me too on the scatter board. You know, I came around, but I'm not going with y'all down this Rodgers train. I have 0 Rodgers. This will be my first Rodgers shit. I don't like old quarterbacks for the simple fact that I think he's kind of stuck in his ways right now.
But
he's not a gunslinger no more. He used to be kind of a slinger.
You sounded optimistic about Michael Pittman and DK Metcalf, though. At least Pittman, you sounded a bit optimistic. And
because there is a way it can work. There's a way it can work. There's a way it can work. I agree. There is a way it can work. I'm just not. I'd rather just get the receivers actually without Rodgers. I'm being frank.
That's fair. I mean, for the sake of the price tag, man, it's still cheap as fuck. I don't see a difference between him and Stroud. I think he can score more than Stroud. So for the discount, I'm all for it.
All right, let's see what this guy's talking about here. Why with JCM? JCM 8 TDs and 800 yards. That's not good for
We're about to be on the clock, though. We have one more pick.
All right, let's see. Yeah, we're up next. Okay, let's see where we're at.
You might not like this, but I'm starting to take Keenan Allen.
Oh, hell no.
All right.
Nah, man, not Keenan Allen. No.
All right, then let's go Kayshon Boutte.
Boutte not even gonna be on the team. Nah, man.
If you want, we could double up on both Denver Broncos. You could take Troy Franklin if you want. I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, let's get something like that. Yeah, Kayshon Boutte is
or Kaytron Allen. No, fuck it. Go Kaytron Allen. Go Kaytron Allen.
Kaytron. Okay.
Yeah, go Kaytron. Round 18. Let's go.
Let's get one more back.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. Yeah, this late. Yeah, Kaytron I think is a good pick there. It's winning with a 3.672. So let's address this question here because we just went with a different pick. In fact, so this guy's talking about our guy Red turns heads Why White over JCM? Rookie JCM, 8 TDs, 800 plus yards. It's not good. I would just say this, and then I'll let you also answer this as well. That was last year with a different system, a different coordinator. They brought in Katron as well as Rashad White, so it's a little bit more crowded backfield. And I do like JCM's talent. Don't get me wrong. And I think there is a world where he does pretty good here if the other guys fail. So I think Rashad White will get the first opportunity. If he kind of stumbles and fails, then JCM will get a bigger opportunity as the season goes on. What do you think about this?
I feel like JCM was given every chance to take the stranglehold on the job and failed. When you look at his best games, some of his biggest productive moments were when he scored house calls untouched. I saw 2 of them myself in person. His biggest game was against the Chargers last year, and both of his touchdowns were untouched from like 20 plus yards out. That is just kind of blocking and the scheme more so than him breaking tackles and like proving that he's the guy. So he can hit a house call. He's got some speed. I like JCM as a rookie. I was touting him back in May when he was dirt cheap and he was undrafted. So I've been a JCM believer, but the price right now is just too high because they're not committed to him. They've shown it, bringing in Rashad, bringing in Katron as well. They even brought in Jerome Ford. Like, it's crowded as fuck there. 7th round picks have very short shelf life. He's just not talented enough to stay on the field. And Chris Rodriguez stole his job, but C-Rod can't catch passes. So he just didn't have enough of a skill set to keep JCM entirely off the field, but JCM's just not in the position to run away with the job and never look back. He's got a lot of pressure to yank him off the field. It'll happen sooner than later.
Yeah, that's good points. Good points. And so we want to go ahead and review this team. But first off, we just want to say thank you for joining us here on Fiesta Fridays. And in the spirit of this being Friday, before we get to this team review and we let our guy nice and blunt head on out, he had some prior commitments, but we want to go ahead and in the spirit of Fridays, we got to play a little clip for Fiesta Fridays to let y'all all know. Come on over here because we have a party.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this.
Noodles with no packet, cereal with the canned murk, the powder murk, no murk, waffles, no syrup, jelly, no jelly, nothing.
Oh. It's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
With the canned murk, with the powder murk, waffles, no syrup.
In the spirit of Fiesta Fridays, our guy, Nice and Blunt. Hey, I figured something out about this name, Nice and Blunt, because I've been watching some of your streams when you do team reviews, and you're a very nice guy, no doubt, genuine nice guy. But when you give team reviews, boy, you got the most honest assessments and frank evaluations, and you give the guys the blunt facts. That's Nice and Blunt. He's not going to pull any punches and try to gloss over your team and say all these nice things. If he really don't like your team, he'll tell you. That's our guy, Nice and Blunt.
It's got a double entendre, and it keeps me on brand. It reminds me, like, you know, it goes both ways.
Right.
When someone is super nice to you, like almost too nice, it's like, the fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? Like, what do you want from me? Why are you giving me so much praise? Like, we both shit in a toilet, you know, this, you know, we're all humans here. So you got to keep it also just like blunt as well. Cause like, you know, you want to be genuine at the end of the day. And I might be dead wrong. You know, you might be right. You drafted the team and I didn't. So like, I might be missing this pod and I could be, you know, maybe seeing some screenshots or clips later down the line that, you know, show me that I'm very, very wrong. But that's just kind of the name of the content business. Like, I'm not going to be 100%, but if I'm not genuine, then why the fuck are you watching?
Right. I appreciate that too. Cause you just got to tell how he lives, how you feel. It's not like you're saying you're 100% right or nothing. That's just your reaction and your analysis of, you know, the team, whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and go over our team. We'll go ahead and give you the mic here, and let's review our team. So we got the 3 quarterbacks.
All right. We had the 6th spot, so the middle of the draft, and we go 3, 6, 7, 2 with
Mhm.
Drake May, one of the elite quarterbacks, definitely worth the price in my opinion. Loving the higher upside as well with AJ Brown. We set up that stack. Then we got Cam Ward, year 2 breakout with far better coaching, but mainly for like a lot of bring back purposes. If Drake May does stumble against the Broncos week 17, we might need a little extra gas in the tank. So maybe that Titans Steelers game is the one that goes off. So once we took Rico and Pittman, I was like, all right, well, Cam Ward makes sense. I like his talent. Let's get him on the team. Let's get him a back stack and figure it out. But Rodgers was always intentional with Dowdle paired up with Pittman. It was just like, all right, yeah, we are definitely set on the Steelers. So those are our 3 quarterbacks. Our running back room, very strong, loaded up top. We can tolerate some risk as well because, we got some studs. We got Taylor. At least the volume is locked up. There's really no question. He could have the most carries in the NFL. So check off the box round 1. Safe pick. Maybe not the correct running back 3, but in terms of floor, I don't think he's really falling out of round 1. Travis, though, round 3, love the Saints offense investment. He might not be super consistent. We got a ton of volume, so his massive spikes will be great. Scatabo, all or nothing bet. So if he is injured more than I expect, having 6 will help us. But yeah, we're all people at the end of the day. But Rico is RB4, gives us that like truly elite upside and then another Steelers bet. So feel very confident in the top 4 running backs. We get the all or nothing swing. If Saquon goes down, Tank can fill in as one of the best handcuffs, but could be a 0 all 17 weeks. That's also possible. And then Katron, I think, is the Commanders' back to own right now at cost. Love Rashad White, but I don't believe in JCM. Think Katron will have a lot of goal line work alongside Rashad White. Receiver, though, we went kind of an anchor approach with AJ Brown, and then just betting that value hits on DJ Moore round 5 feels like a very safe investment. Love his availability. We mentioned the 17 games played, 5 straight years, but then had to get back in. There was a bit of a chase to figure it out. We took Pittman, Matthew Golden, Romeo Doubs, Jalen McMillan, Pat Bryant. Maybe we needed number 8, but honestly, I'm fine just betting on AJ Brown, DJ Moore, and then we're just right on the Golden bet. Pittman will be consistent, and then Dobbs will fill in with the stack. And then, our player takes here, I think, are worth just trusting, because if we're right, then wide receiver 8 might not actually contribute too much. But possibly if we're wrong on Franklin, on Bryant, maybe Franklin could have helped us. But wide receiver 18, round 18 wide receiver is what I'm trying to say, maybe is not as valuable as Katron there. But Tucker Kraft, last year a top 3 tight end, so elite approach there. And then Gunnar Helm stacks with the bring back. We're set, man. A little bit risky receiver, but good everywhere else, and like elite at running back. I think that's what I would want the most.
You got time to do one quick review? I want you to give you your nice and blunt take of our guy taking dollars. I saw he's in there.
Yeah, what's up, Tiana?
Okay, let's go ahead and see. They were out of the what pick did they have? The 4 hole here. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Mahomes, Tyler Shuck, and CJ Stroud. I think Mahomes is one of the best prices in terms of ceiling. Obviously, a little bit risky with the injury, but I'm not afraid. And then Shuck and Stroud. Stroud has to be my quarterback 3 for me to feel fine with that. But especially if it's correlated, it makes some sense. And odds are he probably has Nico, so that checks out. I love Tyler Shuck as well. Montgomery RB1, so wait a little bit. I expect the receiver room to be great, maybe a Bowers or something. But Montgomery, Warren, and Pollard. I think Pollard is one of the best values right now. If you miss out on the round 5 guys. So I think Pollard should be moving up. Love that. I'm more Rico, but I think it's fine betting on Warren. He's not going to disappear. And then there will be a lot of volume with Montgomery. I'm a little worried he doesn't hold up to all of those touches, but if he's Joe Mixon 2.0, it is a smash. It's worth the bet. But then Jonathan Brooks, we mentioned, probably going to take over Chuba, so a great pick if that's correct. At pick 100 is kind of the top price I'm willing to pay, though, right now. I kind of want to see Chuba fall and have them closer together. But Brooks still has a lot of injury risk. So 6 total with Emmett and Marshawn Lloyd. If Jacobs isn't the man, that's going to deliver, but it's built well enough you're not counting on it if it doesn't happen. So I like the running back room. Given how late he waited, I like the depth. It's got some upside for sure.
Got some definitely potential RB ones on their team, right?
Yeah.
Pollard and Brooks. Yeah. Okay, receivers.
As expected, we got
it's only 6
and Nico. So love the Stroud stack. At least it's more justified. Maybe I don't love it, but it's better. Egbuka, Terry, Trey Harrison, Taekwon. That feels thin though. I will say top 4 is great, and then Trey Harris 5, Taekwon 6, calling it a day. One injury to like Nico, which is kind of consistent for him. Terry's a bit older. Like any injury in the top 4, you might be in tough shape. So I don't love the 6 receiver build when Taekwon.
Yeah, I think the way the running back room, I was expecting the receiver room to maybe that 5th receiver was still, one of the top kind of dudes on the board. And for Trey Harris to be the 5th, I thought that, like you say, is a little thin there.
Yeah, falls off very fast. But who knows? Maybe Trey Harris is the best receiver in LA, and we're wrong. That would help me. Trey Harris, my most drafted receiver.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I'm not taking him with this level of confidence, or I can just go Taekwon and stop at 6.
Yep. Okay, let's see what the tight end room looks like.
Kelce, Juwan Johnson, Dalton Schultz, though, all 3
all stats.
The quarterback.
Yeah,
so that's
fine.
Okay. I think this should be a 3-5-7-3, or maybe even a 3-6-7-2. I would either change like one of those running backs or one of the tight ends, probably like Schultz, and give me another receiver. That I think would fix the team.
Yeah, I think Schultz or Juwan, either one could be replaced here. I agree. Because I think there's one more receiver missing maybe here. But overall, solid effort for our guy. Taking dollars, Hey, like you say, we don't know everything and how things are going to shake out. He might have some of the best plays in the league right here. Like Egbuka, right? Egbuka could. What if he's JSN this year, right?
There is a chance though where all 4 of those receivers are like top 12 guys, and he's just like,
and it doesn't even matter.
Totally fine.
5th and 6th, right?
Yeah. That's also possible.
Yep. Agree. So our guy,
good team.
Taking dollars said Smokey from Florida. Yep. So you got to go, right? Or
I got a dinner for my mom's birthday in a little over an hour, but appreciate your time, Young Moolah. This draft was fun. I like our team, and looking forward to see you again sometime.
All right. Well, so we want to just say thank you once again to our guy, Nice and Blunt, and we have links to his site, his YouTube site, in our description. So go ahead and follow the guy, Nice and Blunt. If you aren't one of his 10K followers already, jump on board while you can, because this guy gives a great show each and he streams a lot, right? So lots of content, lots of information. So go ahead and jump on board with Nice and Blunt. Once again, man, we appreciate you coming on through, helping your boy out with a nice draft, and we're gonna split this one here. This one's getting deep. I got a feeling.
We're advancing. I feel good about our chances to advance. But thank you, Young Moolah. Enjoy your time in LA as well. And I know you're out here.
I will definitely do so, man. Yep. All right, we're going to Sequoias National Park on the way home. All right, so we want to go ahead and thank our guy, Nice and Blunt. Appreciate him coming through, and we are looking for guests here pretty much every Friday. Well, maybe not every Friday, but I'm looking for a guest next Friday too. We'll figure it out. And so we want to go ahead and jump into another draft. Yeah, we ain't done yet. Our guy is done, but we're not done. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another draft here as we proceed. Let's go ahead and jump in the draft. We're going to get into, let me see, is the Poodle starting to fill even faster now? Because earlier I looked, it was like 75%. Just over 80. We are jumping in another one. We're at 76%. What the hell? We're jumping in another poodle right now. Let's go ahead and do this, Brutus. So we're jumping in a poodle in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are in a poodle right now. All right. We got 2 more people to go. And so we are going to go ahead and jump in this poodle. Jump in with us if you can. And we are going to go ahead and play a quick commercial break as we allow this to fill up.
Now it's our time to pimp this game. City of cream witness a lethal pass in the tag. Charge it to the game, we keep playing. 17 weeks being my road to glory. Break it off for the buy-in. Lean on back, stack your chips on the table. Now you ready for this story? Apathy, malaise and low energy, feeling the air. To me and my dog, creep on the scene. 2 aces drafted with high hopes. Lights, camera, action. Already learned the rope. Heavy hitters in the building, watch them stare as we play. Make on this field of green. From the Bay Lane marks, get on out the way. This here major talent now on display. 2 jokers in the deck, right? 2 black kings about to chuck deuces to the sky. Since you ain't really know, let the groove hit you while I proceed to go and make this play. So now you know. Stay on the sidelines if you choose. With these cards, we ain't gonna lose. We like the boogie.
We like the boogie. We having a ball here on Fiesta Fridays. The draft is underway. Let's see where we are. We just came in right in the nick of time with the 4th pick. Let's see. We're going Puka, right? Yeah. Nothing extravagant. Nothing outrageous. We going with Puka. All right, let's put the draft board up because we want to show you the draft board and not our rankings here. We're going to show you the draft board instead. Let's get it cracking here on Fiesta Fridays. Thank you for joining us as we had a very good draft here. What I got nice and blunt, and now we're going to do this one solo. Do we got any people in here that we recognize? Anybody in the chat in the room with us? Go ahead and raise your hand. But thanks for joining us. Appreciate you each and every time, each and every one of you. Let's see. Who we got? Yes. We appreciate you joining us for Fiesta Fridays here. And we have, let's see who we got on the clock here. All right, my board is not showing how I wanted to show. That's a bummer. How about now? Oh, there we go. Got it. All right. So we are in the poodle. This is the second go round, the second draft of the day. The poodle. All right. Anybody else in here? Let us know. Our guy. Taking dollars. Agree on everything. Shit is not my best, not my worst. Hey, man, it's all good because any team can take down these contests. As we saw the winning lineups from the past few years, on paper, none of these teams looked spectacular, right? They're teams that that just at first glance you would not think that they would be able to win the BBM, but they ended up winning. So the way teams look is really nothing. All right, happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday to Nice and Blunts, Mom. Yes. All right. Hey, love Sequoia Park. They're amazing. Oh, yeah. I haven't been, and I will definitely appreciate it. I'm sure I like the spectacle of the specter of just amazing things in nature, like animals and trees and mountains. And I'm sure I'm going to love it. Be taking plenty of pictures. Probably be posting some stuff online. And yeah, hopefully we have a great time. I'm sure we will. Sequoia National Park. Super Beast Team 8 and just subscribe. Oh, thank you. Our guy Keith, the big shooter, he's Super Beast. We'll go ahead and give you a team review at the end of the day. Appreciate you coming on through. Let's go ahead and put on a little theme music as we proceed to go and make this play. Let's go ahead and put on a little background. Take up a little bit of the dead space. But appreciate you all joining us for this Fiesta Fridays. The microphone may get a little bit distorted for just a brief minute as you put on this background. But it should clear up here shortly. The more I get to keep talking. Man, my soul roll, I haven't got a chance to get back to it. It's just tempting me. It's looking so good. But I don't want to eat here on camera. That would not be too appealing. But I am a foodie, man. Every time I come to LA, because we're from the Bay, and we are, as we said, we come from Bay to LA, and I brought my setup with me. I said, I'm going to stream while I'm down here. Every time I'm out here, I always try to find some of the top eateries. So I stumbled across this place, and I am happy that I did. We went with She Rice. Yeah, we'll take a share. We'll take a share of Rashi rice. We don't have many of them, but in a time box contest, we're willing to go ahead and do some things that we may not be willing to do in the season-long contest, such as a BBM, which has been drafting since early May and all the way through August. Sometimes I got to consider the implications of a guy that I'm taking who's been taken. He's kind of moved up and down the board. So I'm not sure I have much Rasheed Rice in the BBM, unless it's all strategic in some game stacks and things like that. But we'll go ahead and take him here. See how this shakes out for us. As you are joining us here, GAB Sports, we want to go ahead and catch up on the chat here. Appreciate it. Yes, thank you. We appreciate you as well. Margar Hartman, is Pink's hot dogs worth it or overrated? Not sure about Pink's hot dogs. I probably have to ask my son about that one, because he's down here on a full-time basis going to school. But I don't know much about Pink's. I think I heard of it, though. I did hear something about it, so I might have to check it out one of these days. Haven't been to that one quite yet. But we want to go ahead and hit you up with our subscriber goal here. We do have a goal here. We have a goal to reach 300 subs by week 1, right? So we're going to be here 4 times a week throughout the best ball season. And we want to go ahead and if we do reach this 300 subs, we are going to give away our NFL DFS week 1 top plays and our NFL picks. Yeah, we're jumping into the NFL picks game, and you can see some of our archives here where we did some picks for the playoffs last year, and so we're not new to this, and we've been doing DFS for years. So we started our DFS content last year. We did weeks 1 through 16. They're here at GAB Sports if you want to check out those archives. And so if we reach our subscriber goal of 300 subs, we will go ahead and release these top picks in both DFS and NFL picks for free for week 1. All right, so help us go ahead and get there. If you would, we would appreciate it. Let all your friends know about us. Come on over to GAB Sports. Hang out with your guy, Young Moolah. It's a long time LA spot. They have all kinds of crazy loaded hot dogs. It's good, but the line is like an hour. Yeah, I don't wait for food. That's one thing I never do, is wait for food. If I gotta wait an hour to eat, 2 hours to eat, I'm going somewhere else. I don't like to sit in lines. And I remember I went to New Orleans, and I had to. We went to this baguette place or whatever, right? Beignet, whatever they call those things. And we are waiting in line. The line is like 2 hours long. I'm like, for some bread? How am I waiting in line 2 hours to get some bread? Some sweet bread. I'm not waiting in this damn line. So we happened to just walk toward the front of the line and, start talking to one of the little the people who seat you, the hosts. And they ended up just seating us, slid them a little bit of money. Hey, man, I'm not waiting in this line. So we just was able to navigate the line that way. Otherwise, I was out of there. I'm not sitting waiting for 3 hours, 3 hours to get some food. No, don't do that. So I either make a reservation if I can, but I'm not standing in line to eat. I'm hungry right now. Feed me. I got to wait in line to eat. So yeah, I'll just go somewhere else. But the hot dog guy, I mean, they got a place in the Bay Area called Top Dog, right by the UC Berkeley campus. You can't beat those hot dogs to me. Top Dog in Berkeley, right near the campus. One of the best dogs you get on the West Coast. But yeah, I'll probably try Pink's one day. We'll see. All right, we're gonna go with our guy. Oh man, I think I want to get this guy. We are going with our guy, Shaw, 210. We're in the 5th round. So we got through 5 rounds. We got 2, 2, 1, a 0, 2, 2, 1 through 5. And we like this kind of a start. Pretty balanced. And we got guys who could explode this year. All right. Cafe Du Monde, that's the spot. Yeah, we got to wait 2 hours to get some bread. I'm not waiting 2 hours for the bread. And then we finally did it, and I got some of that stuff, and I was like, okay. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't wait. But most places, they tend to try to get you in and out quicker than that. So it's a touristy thing when you're doing that kind of stuff. I don't really want to be a tourist wherever I go. I like to experience what the people experience. I like to go to the hole-in-the-wall joints, kind of joints where only the locals go. When the locals are going to places, that's when you know it's good. And when the tourists are going to places, that's just when you know it's hype. So that's how I look at it. Go hang out with the tourists. Be a man of the people and just hang out and say, hey, where was the good spots to eat? Where can you? And then they'll give you the real deal. And so we found some real deal spots in New Orleans. Can't think of them right now, but just go talk to your local people and they'll surely guide you to the right places, wherever you're at. So we are going to go ahead and there's one thing I wanted to ask Lon. I didn't get a chance to ask him about the 18th round. Because 18th round is one of those decisions where people put a little too much importance on the 18th round. Like I'll pick some 18th round picks and then people start criticizing it. Hey, man, why do you think this dude? Your team sucks because you took this dude in the 18th round. Come on, give me a break. I took a dude in the 18th round. You think I'm relying on that pick to win my championship? If I'm relying on the 18th rounder to help my team, then you already lost. Right? So your 18th round is either a home run or you're looking for some kind of correlation that can possibly come into play if this person gets a role. But you're not relying on your 18th round pick to be some savior of your team. Because your team, if that is in need of that, then you are already sunk. So the 18th round, I'm looking for dudes who are, number one, low owned, rarely drafted. Those are a lot of my clicks. I just wanted to get his takes on that, but didn't get a chance to talk about that. But that's just my thoughts. 18th round is for being a little different, being a little off the reservation, because most of your 18th round picks are going to stink anyway. So you might as well go ahead and do something that nobody else is really doing. And you might come up with a winner, right? It's possible. Do we want to do that? Don't know if we want to do that. But we will consider it. We will go with this guy. Starving Marvin. Go ahead and make your daddy proud. You had a couple of seasons that weren't spectacular yet. The rookie season was okay. Second year season, very disappointing. But he still has some talent, man, this guy Marvin Harrison. So we're not giving up on him. That's one thing. Don't give up on dudes who have some talent, right? Because he still has that pedigree, championship pedigree from his dad, and Hall of Famer. So we know the talent is built in this youngster here. So maybe he can realize it with Jacoby Brissett at the helm. I'm not so sure if and when a Carson Beck kind of takes over, whether this offense will do anything. Because I'm definitely not a fan of Carson Beck. So I'm not that sure that this guy will even be playing that much, Carson Beck, as people are making it sound like that he'll be replaced, Jacoby Brissett, at some point in the season by Carson Beck. I'm not sold on that thesis. No, not buying that. And to show me that Carson Beck can get on the field ahead of any NFL player who's got experience. I'm not buying it. Okay. We got two backs here. Let's go ahead and get a third back. We like that this guy's still on the board. We'll take him. Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, Bayshaw Tootin, Tony Pollard. So we got Josh Jacobs at 45. That would be about the only time I will take a guy like Josh Jacobs. Not super high on him with the risk that he has associated with his off the field issue. We're going to go ahead and take him at value. But, it could really pay off at this price. So we got a 0-3-3-1. Josh Jacobs, Bayshaw 210, Tony Pollard, Puka Nacua, Rashee Rice, Marvin Harrison. Let's see what our guy Super Beast is doing. Super Beast out of the 8-hole. It's got a 0-3-4-0. Kenneth Walker, Javonte Williams, Jalen Warren, Amon Ram, Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson, Roman Dunes there. I really like that receiving core. Yeah, I think through 8 rounds, this is not where teams distinguish themselves as far as differentiation. We all know that the draft really begins in round 10. The rounds 10 through 18 is going to decide fantasy championships year in, year out. When you get guys like the Puka Nacuas, the Kyron Williamses, the Kyle Pittses last year, the Rico Dowdles last year, these are the guys in those later rounds that smash it out the park and help you advance, and often are those difference makers in the playoffs. So everyone's draft looks pretty good through 8 rounds. I mean, that's just being honest. If your draft doesn't look good for 8 rounds, then that's a problem. But it's all about how you finish it off. And unless you did something just totally bizarre. Speaking of bizarre, I haven't seen our guy hit him with the gritty in these streets in a while. Because he does some bizarre drafts. Not to say that they don't work, because the guy advances. What I'm just saying is that it's going to look a lot different and a lot weird compared to other people's strategies when you're drafting with guys like that. And so I never take anything for granted or dismiss any type of a build or any person's strategy because, hey man, you never know what's going to win in this game. It's a 6-year sample size we have. We've played 6 slates essentially, EBM 1 through 6. And so a 6 sample size of data is not enough to say what's right and what's wrong. It just isn't. So go ahead and do what you like. Digital Underground had a song called Do What You Like. So do what you like, man, in these kind of contests, as long as it makes some semblance of sense, right? So we are headed into the 9th round here on Fiesta Fridays with your guy, Young Moolah, drafting another poodle. So on the 8-9 turn, guys taking Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Xavier Worthy. She's going to take another quarterback even here. Mahomes is already taking on the other end, so that's not. Speaking of quarterback, what does it look like we might do at quarterback? Not so sure. We're going to do something. We're going to have a plan here. And let's see, who do we have so far? Puka, Rashee Rice, Marvin Harrison. I think one of the things I don't want to do is overdraft a guy like Stafford, in that he's coming off such a humongous year. We can tend to get infatuated with one season to the next. And even though I have Puka, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to get Bo Nix. We're going to take Bo Nix. We got a plan. I think he has just a little bit more upside than a guy like Stafford. Stafford looks for some regression, especially in the touchdowns. And so if he has any kind of regression here, we could see pretty big drop-off, right? I mean, he threw 40-something touchdowns last season. Is that repeatable? It's probably not repeatable. It's one of those things where he'll be looking to maybe throw 35, and that's really a good season, right? If you throw 35 touchdowns, that's good enough. So if a guy throws 35, it will be a successful season. But that would be a pretty big drop from what he did last year. And so I think there's some other guys around him with a little more upside that I'm willing to take here, and Bo Nix was one of them. So we'll see how it works out. I do like to get Stafford if he's falling in any kind of way. That's kind of how I would like to do it. But at that point, I either had to take Stafford or Bo Nix. We chose Bo Nix. Maybe we chose the wrong one. Who knows? Maybe we didn't. It's all yet to be determined. Because the way these things shake out, you just want to get to the postseason and have a shot, right? Because then that's when the variance kicks in. That's when sometimes you're going to need quite a bit of luck. As our guy Sam Sherman, to be honest, let's just go ahead and call it what it is. That's our guy Sam Sherman experienced last year. Tremendous pod luck, right? Congrats to you, buddy. But you got hella lucky. Just like we all are going to need to in order to win in the late stages of these contests. You got to get hella lucky, either with some pod luck or either with, a ball bouncing your way, guy dying on the field and then getting resurrected. You're going to need some kind of luck to get you into that winner's circle year over year. So I'm looking for my luck. If I get to the playoffs, shine your luck light over here. Shine a little light of that luck over here. Because we all gonna need it. Wow, this guy's still available. We can't avoid this one. We got a bully tight end in the 10th round. I'm considering this a bully tight end strategy. I'm getting this guy so late. Brock Bowers, Harold. Fannin Jr., one of our top guys that we like this year. We are rolling with that. Yeah, okay, Fannin right there every time. All right, let's see how we want to go ahead and complete this roster. We're falling behind a little bit at receiver. We'll make it up. We'll make it up one way or another. Got a couple guys that we like here on our queue. One guy we may pull up. One guy we may need to pull up. We got Puka, Rashid Rice, Marvin Harrison. And we don't need to pull up the guy because one of our other guys is available. We'll go ahead and take him. We'll take Jaden Higgins here. Okay. We like that one. Nice pull with Fannin. Yeah, Fannin did come up kind of quick there, right? I mean, you got a nice fall. Yeah, we will take the dip on a Fannin right there. I'm loving this tight end room. We got Bowers and Fannin. Fannin at a very cheap price. Wait a minute. Jaden Blue isn't going to save my team. I'm good. Yeah, Jaden Blue, the savior of the year this year. Jaden Blue is one of those dudes that he's a flyer, right? I mean, he's a fast guy, but he's a dark pick. One of those dudes that could be looking great right now when there's no pads. You're out there in shorts and T-shirts. And he's going to look electric in this kind of environment, these kinds of guys. Let's see what happens when they turn on the lights and the pads come on and the opposing teams in the joint practices are ready to knock your block off. Can a guy like Jaden Blue excel in that particular environment? I don't know. I mean, it's worth a shot, I guess, if you really believe in the talent. Not somebody I'm pulling the trigger on right now. I got other backs in my mind that I would rather take, so it's not one of my guys. But have fun with it. It might work. Very well could work. As we are headed into the 12th round here on Fiesta Fridays, what you got? YUUNGMOOLAHH here at GAB Sports. Appreciate it if you come on in, smash that like button, and subscribe to our channel if you aren't already. We have a subscriber goal of 300. We want to reach that before NFL Week 1. If we reach that before NFL Week 1, guess what? We are going to go ahead and release our top DFS plays for Week 1 and our top NFL picks. Yes, we are in those streets too. The DFS Maestro. I don't know, I think I have a show to call it. I'm going to call it. And also, I'll throw this out there. If anybody want to link up with me in the DFS show, we can put it together. I would like to do something maybe 2 times a week in DFS and maybe have co-host on one of those days. That would be nice. Or I do like an early show and a Saturday show, like a Tuesday, Wednesday show, and maybe a Saturday show. Do we want Cam Moore or CJ Stroud? We're taking Stroud since we've already got our guy, Jaden Daniels. Or not Jaden Daniels. Jaden Higgins. We'll take Stroud. Backfield of Bo Nix, CJ Stroud. Nothing to write home about. But hey, man, we'll make it work. And we want to start catching up maybe at this other position here. So our backfield we're pretty set with. Jacobs to Pollard. A non-guy. We'll roll with that one. We will roll with that one. Yeah, I think I might like this guy. But yeah, if anybody wants to join us as a potential co-host of a weekly DFS show, all you DFS heads out there, I've been in these DFS streets many years, and we found our secret to our success recently, and we shared that with you last year. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's get it. check out the archives here at GAB Sports, as we are coming up on a year anniversaries here in a couple months of when we started the channel. Cam Ward. Do we like Cam Ward here? We're going to go with this guy. We're going to go with this young fella who could end up being the #1 receiver there in Cleveland. Don't dismiss it. It's within the realm of possibilities. And a guy like Jerry Jeudy could be. I'm not hearing this from by any means hearing this from anybody or any credible reports. I'm just looking at the situation and the way that they're kind of retooling and rebuilding. I gotta suspect that they wouldn't mind moving on from Jerry Jeudy and his type of a contract. Especially they just brought in 2 young receivers. It could be a youth movement at play here, and he might not really be fitting what they want to do moving forward. And so a guy like Denzel Boston could emerge as the top option on the outside here. Whether Judy's there or not, frankly, but that would definitely clear it up. Clear the path for it to really be a smash if Jeudy is somehow not in the picture. So, again, drafting here in this cycle of dead news, it gives us a chance to kind of just project of what we think could happen. And this is what this game is about. Sometimes you got to project on what could happen. And if you project correctly, look at the big edge you just gained. Like taking a single angle or multiple angles. I do multiple angles at once of what I think is going to happen next. So I love this period, drafting right before training camp, because this is where I'm looking to exploit not only the masses, I'm looking to exploit even the sharpest drafters out here, because sometimes they're going to just keep drafting kind of safe and not really trying to look at what might be or, what could happen here. And well, I'm going to be taking that little bit of risk. Hey, I think this guy's going to move ahead of this guy. I think this guy is going to fall out of favor. I think this guy is going to win that camp battle. There's a lot of camp battles out here that we don't know which way they're going to go, right? Who's going to be the wide receiver 2 in Atlanta? Can you tell me right this moment? Don't tell me Zachariah Branch. Don't tell me that with certainty. He could, yeah, but he might not, right? So that's my whole point, is that there's a lot of uncertain things out here that sometimes you take one side or you hedge on both sides. But if you can figure some of these things out, you could be in the driver's seat as far as having a leg up on your opponents here. And that's what we're looking at, man. We're looking for edges anywhere possible. Because there's not a lot of big edges in your drafting. That's one thing that I always quick to dispel. Neither I nor you nor anybody has a big edge in drafting. People got all these tools out here. There's all this free information coming from the pals, from the so-called experts, and so everybody's caught up on how to draft these contests. We can't think we got some huge edge. And so every once in a while, you kind of come into a room where there's a bunch of new people or something, and you might catch someone with draft. Oh my goodness, he snatched the dude right in front of me. Man, I had my heart set on taking that guy. Yes, we did. We had our heart set on taking that guy. And he snatched him right from us. Crimson Pac-Man. Crimson Paceman. Why did you do that? But that's all right. We adjust. And we adapt. I got Tucker, Bowers all lined up for the Fernando Mendoza's double. Let's see what you had going for yourself there, buddy. You had, did you have Naylor? You didn't have a single damn Raider and you took him. Thank you. As we go on that little tirade, but that's all right. We shall proceed, man. We go ahead and continue, right? Gotta continue on down the road, continue on down the path to doing what you need to do to build your team. So let's see where my pivot will be. Okay. We know what we're going to do next. It's the obvious pivot for the Young Moolah Express. When we get this late in the draft, when all those fails, we always got a backup. Backup plan. You got to have a plan A, plan B, and a plan C in this game. Because your first two plans might get scrapped, right? First two plans can always get scrapped. And so you got to be able to deviate from that path, moving on over to another plan that just might be just as strong. You just thought it should have been plan C instead of plan A. And all along, that plan C was the best plan you had. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and bounce back from that there. All right, let's see what this board. We got how many clicks left? We got 3 clicks left. Yeah, we got 3 clicks left. And we are about to make one of them right here. Let's see what we do. I bet you ain't going to get this dude. You ain't going to take this dude from us. We're locking it in now. Because 17 and 18 ain't going to matter. We want to make sure we got our 3 quarterbacks that we will need on this roster. So we're going with Nix, Stroud, Shador. Face value, nobody's going to love that draft, but we do. Yes, we do. We'll take it, and we'll rock with this one. How many receivers do we have? 6. Okay. We're going to do this with our next pick. And then ended up with, what? Yeah, we'll do this at our last pick. As we wind down here on Fiesta Fridays with our second and final draft here at GAB Sports with your guy, Young Moolah. And we appreciate each and one of you coming on in here and rocking with us on Fiesta Fridays. Let's go ahead and add this guy as our final receiver. Because we need one guy, right? We need one guy to pair up with our guy, Bo Nix. So we'll take Pat Bryant here in the 17th. Yeah, I think Pat Bryant is one of those dudes that could emerge as basically the second option here, right? If there's somehow a scenario where Cortland Sutton is either phased out during the season, traded during the season, traded before the season, or just simply outplayed by this guy, there is a possibility that one of those things could happen, right? And Pat Bryant becomes the guy right after Waddle in the pecking order. It's possible, you know? So this is where we have to think of what's possible and go ahead and make some bets on those. Now, am I going to be 25% Pat Bryant based on this possibility? No. But I'll be above the field, more than likely, on a guy like Pat Bryant. And getting this kind of a stack, skinny stack here with I had Bo Nix when I drafted him. He was unstacked, so don't have a problem going and getting this guy, Pat Bryant, unstacked. I mean, it's part of the stack, the skinny stack. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here with our last pick. Did he get picked already? Now you guys are saying, who is he talking about? We can't see what you're talking about. I know, but I'm talking to myself and I'm wondering, did this dude get picked? I think he did. Let me look at the grid because I think he did get picked. I am thinking of. Yes, he did. So we'll go with another guy. All right. Jaden Blue still available? Isn't he? Jalen Blue is still available. But we took Jalen Wright instead. Why, you say? In case the wheels fall off over there in Miami, which a lot of people are predicting them to be crappy, right? So what if they're just like 1 in 14, 1 in 13 or something late in the year? Hey, man, the GM whispers to the coach, hey, man, we just signed this guy to a long-term extension, and this season is going nowhere. Go ahead and shut your boy Devon Achane down, right? That's within the realm of possibilities. That's all we're talking about. Is it within the realm of possibilities that something like that could happen? Yeah. They could be just so far down in the dumps and playing for that number 1 pick late in the season, weeks 15, 16. Yeah. Wink, wink. Time to tank. Time to shut down Devon Achane. That could happen. And a guy like Jalen Wright then emerges with a starting job all of a sudden, right? Those things are what we think about here at GAB Sports and how we try to stay ahead of the game. Give us the edges out here on the masses. So just give you a little insight on how we think. What's up with our guy, Goofy Chicken Fantasy? What's up, man? All right. Appreciate you all coming on in. If you aren't subscribed to our guy, Goofy Chicken, go ahead and do that ASAP before he gets too big and you didn't miss the bus. So we also would appreciate if you go ahead and sign up with us as well, right? Before I get too big and you miss the bus. Because we got a subscriber goal. We want to reach 300 before the end of this fantasy best ball draft season, heading into week 1, as we will then release our top DFS plays for week 1, as well as our top NFL picks for free, right? Yeah, because we are in those streets as well. We got the best ball season, almost, not almost winding down, but it's going to wind down a bit. And what are people going to do during the season, right? Well, me, I've been playing DFS year after year after year after year, and we've been doing rather well. Okay, so we want to go ahead and invite you on over here as when the season starts. So we're going to go ahead and shift focus into DFS. And so that's where this comes into play here, where we want to get our 300 subscribers before that week 1. All right, appreciate you all, and we will go ahead and give you a review here. Our guy, Super Beast, as long as myself. Let's go ahead and look at these teams. So we'll go ahead and start with us right here. So we got a 3672 coming out in the number 4 spot. And we waited on quarterback a little bit, right? We went to the 9th round, which can be considered a little bit of a wait, because most people are drafting in their pocket until the 8th round, sometimes into the 9th, which we won't do too often, but we did it here. And so we came with Bo Nix, CJ Stroud, and Shadur Sanders. Yeah, we came with a little bit of a different approach, but we loaded up on some other spots early, and so the rest of these positions should look pretty well. Okay, we also waited a little bit for our first running back, right? Josh Jacobs, Bayshal Tutin, Tony Pollard, Kyle Monangai, Dylan Sampson, and we took a surprise late pick in Jalen Wright with a narrative that, hey man, the wheels may fall off the bus over there in Miami. And if so, our guy Jalen Wright will be the one to benefit. All right. And then we went with a 7-player wide receiver core. We got Puka Nakua, Rashee Rice. We got Marvin Harrison, starring Marvin. It's time for you to show something, fella. We got him as our third receiver. We got Jaden Higgins, Denzel Boston. We paired him with our guy Shador. We got Trey Tucker and Pat Bryant in the single stack with our guy Bo Nix. Then we got Brock Bowers. And we were looking to get that double stack with Fernando Mendoza. We got sniped right before our pick. That's all right, because we pivoted to our guy Shador, and we also had Harold Fannin waiting in the wings for Shador to go ahead and jung the YUUNGMOOLAHH Express. We treat our players like stars. Come on, man. We give you a private masseuse. Go ahead and do what you like. And then we go ahead and give you that electrical stimulus all throughout your neck, your body, wherever your body's aching, the back, the knees. We're going to go ahead and treat you right. All we want you to do, go out there and get us some touchdowns. Get us some touchdowns. Get us some yards. Get us some catches. All those things that add up to fantasy points. We just want you to do that. If you can't do that, then we're going to kick you right on out of here by the seat of your pants. As long as you produce, we all right. So we are making a bet with that roster right there. And now we will look at our guy Super Beast, and then we're going to head on out of here on this Fiesta Fridays. Our guy Super Beast coming in the 8-hole. All right, he's a new subscriber. We appreciate you for coming on through, Super Beast. Join us. We are our show times. We will definitely list as well. Also, there in the outro. If you stick around, check out the outro. You'll see our show times. So, our guy Super Beast, let's go ahead and turn this music out. I'm going to turn the music off right now. Okay, our guy Super Beast coming in at the 8-hole. Came with a 3.672 build. He's got Jared Goff, Bryce Young, Aaron Rodgers. Kind of a quarterback group I normally would not go to, but since I waited and you waited, it seems like that's what we were, destined to get here. So you got Jared Goff, Bryce Young, Aaron Rodgers. Then we got Kenneth Walker, Javonte Williams, Jalen Warren, Chuba Hubbard, Emmett Johnson, Ray Davis. Our guy K9 is anchoring this group with Javonte Williams, who is coming off a big season. We got Jalen Warren, Chuba Hubbard, guys who are losing a little bit of steam at this point, but they'll still have some roles on their team. And the Emmett Johnson, a rookie who could supplement Kenneth Walker, I guess is the thinking here. And he's also a handcuff potentially. And you got Ray Davis. Then we got a receiving core of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Scary Terry, Christian Watson, Rome Odunze. I like that start of those first four. We got Stephon Diggs, who's in that, wait and see type of window here of where he lands up. But this will be a great price if he does land in a favorable situation. So I don't have any problems drafting him. And you got Isaac Tesla to form that double stack there with your guy Jared Goff and Chris Brazzle to pair with your guy Bryce Young. And then we also get Sam Laporta, Dallas Goedert. You added to that Detroit stack as well with another piece. So he's all in with the Lions passing game here, which is a pretty good bet, usually year in, year out. Rodgers, does Rodgers have a partner other than Jalen Warren? Didn't see, not so sure about Rodgers with just the running back, as if there's much value in that. Because if Rodgers indeed has a big game, the thing I would look to see is that one of the receivers really had to smash. And so I'm not sure that I would want to see that kind of a combination. But, man, hope it works out for you. But once again, thanks for joining us, Super Beast, as a new subscriber. And so we'll go ahead and check out right here, right now on your Fiesta Fridays. Thanks for coming through, kicking it with your guy, YUUNGMOOLAHH. And we are going to ask you once again, tell your friends all about us here at GAB Sports as we come to you 4 days a week. We go ahead and put this little show time schedule up real quick as we're coming at you Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays. I will not be able to come to you this Sunday. So we will be back next on Monday, because Sunday we have a little excursion that we're going on through the Sequoia National Park. And so I should be back Monday, but if not, we'll see you Wednesday. But as we, our show schedule is definitely fluid as well, but these are the times that we've been coming at you for the past 3 weeks. And so we hope to see you soon, as soon as Monday, here at GAB Sports. All right. Appreciate you. Welcome through. Let's check the final comments here. All right. Enjoy my weekend. You too, buddy. I'll be looking for your shows coming up. I got Goofy Chicken Fantasy. Again, subscribe to him if you are not. All right. I'll check out Knowledgeable Channel. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Keith, the Big Shooter. And so we are going to sign out right now, right here, with the outro. Peace. All right.
I read the board like maps. 3 moves ahead, no cap. You draft on vibes and dreams. I built my league from scratch. My bench got hidden gems. Your roster full of names. I spot the league before it shows, then pour salt on the game. I trade like a casino, flip risk in the gold. You chase last week's fireworks, I chase the box score code. I know the soft matchups line up buffets and rain. I turn a sleepy Sunday into a money train. Check the line, I'm locked in. Every we got teeth. You bring a hot take, I bring season long receipts. I got the crown. Draft day, I run this town. Stack my wins, cash my clout. Say my name when lights go out.
It's your boy Young Moolah, man.